During our first cold snap of the season, WIAT 42 is following up on stories from last January when Alabama had serious struggles with cold weather.
Even rescue workers ran into some roadblocks because of the freezing temperatures. WIAT 42 News reporter Lillian Lalo joins us live from Brighton, where firefighters were helpless to put out a house fire after a fire hydrant froze.
I spoke with the Brighton fire chief, and he told me that this year they're taking more winter weather precautions than ever before. He says the mental image of what used to be standing here burning to the ground still haunts him. A brick mailbox and a concrete driveway is all that's left on a property at the 900 block of Palmer Avenue. In early January, the house burned to the ground while the owners and neighbors watched helplessly. Phil Hawkins remembers the day well.
I had stood outside watching it smoke for about 15 to 20 minutes.
Brighton Fire Chief Sebastian Carrilo says the closest fire hydrant to the burning house was frozen. The volunteer fire department had to run a hose to another hydrant 2 blocks away. They also called the Lipscomb Fire Department for backup, but their doors were frozen shut. The Birmingham Fire Department was eventually called in to help put out the blaze. Brighton's Mayor Barbara Watkins blames Mother Nature.
You know, we can't control God's weather. And when it's frozen, it's frozen. And that's not only here in Brighton, but it's anywhere.
That's of little comfort to Hawkins, who says his home is his biggest investment and he wants assurance that it's protected. Hawkins says Birmingham has a new firehouse closer to his home.
I would rather pay a higher tax or do what it takes to help Birmingham if I can get that kind of service, because to me it's very important.
Carrilo encourages citizens not to give up. He says they're taking big steps towards improvements, especially during colder weather. This year, they delayed their semi-annual hydrant inspection to later in October.
Another thing, in the city of Brighton, we were recently awarded a grant, and we're ensuring that every single home in the city of Brighton has working smoke detectors. That's been an ongoing process for about 6 months now. That project is moving forward really well. So we're trying our best to mitigate problems before they occur during the wintertime.
Now, we reached out to the Lipscomb Fire Department about their doors being frozen shut, and we did not receive a call back. However, Brighton learned from that mistake, and they actually changed all of their locks with keypads. That way, they will not get frozen out of their station. Live in Brighton, Lillian Lalo, WIAT 42 News, coverage you can count on.